Hello, my name is Colin Campbell. I'm with Polygon. You're looking at Dawn of War 3. It's a real-time strategy game, as you can probably tell. We're looking down on all those buildings, all those units. They all need to be marshalled and they need to be sent into the attack. So the real-time strategy game has been very much the domain of the developer of this game, which is Relic Entertainment. You all know these guys obviously from the Dawn of War games that have come before, and also for the World War II series, Company of Heroes, and their games are very well liked. And what Relic have done over the years, I think, is understand that real-time strategy games have to adapt to players and to unfolding strategies. So for example, this game seems to have taken upon itself to sort of close off some of the loops that we've seen in these kinds of games over the years. So it's the marketing people, and I think this came from the developer studio to be honest, say that this is a game about escalating chaos, at least in multiplayer mode, which is what we're talking about today. And having played it at GDC recently, I think I understand what they're talking about, because there's a very clear sense of escalation in this game. You've got like these three phases of the game, obviously the beginning, the middle and the end, for want of a better description, or phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. And it's quite difficult to just focus all your energy into one phase. So for example, the idea of just building loads of low-cost units at the start of the game and rushing your opponent, that's just not going to happen, because the game has this sort of MOBA-like structure where you've got to work your way through via a battle of attrition in order to get to the kind of victory condition. So you've got these turrets that you need to take out, you've got these energy power units that you've got to take out, you've got to capture and hold on to resource points, and then once you've sort of ground down your enemy, you've got to be very smart about when you introduce elite units, which are these super powerful units that you can bring in once you've earned enough elite points to do so. And these elite units, they all have their own characteristics, they all have their own powers. There are different scales of elite units, so if you want to, you can kind of go early with an elite unit and sort of spend one as soon as you get the minimum amount, or you can hold off and wait until you get a much more powerful unit, although there's a danger then obviously that your opponent has taken a different view and is mashing up all your defenses. So there's some really smart, tough decisions to be made while you're playing this game. Equally, they've based this game on the Warhammer 40K universe, which is a sort of space age universe of orcs and trolls and elves and all that sort of stuff. And the different races in this multiplayer game, or in the game as a whole, really do stand out from one another, so far as I can tell from playing the game. You start off, if you want to, the easiest ones to play with, I think, are the Space Marines. They're a pretty good all-round race. They also can be dropped into the middle of battles, and they're easy to understand. You know, if you're playing real-time strategy games for any amount of time, then you're going to feel completely comfortable with these guys pretty much from the start. Then you've got the Eldar. They're like these elf-like peoples. They can move very, very quickly. In fact, we're watching some of them right now, and they do a lot of ranged damage. They can be extremely infuriating. They also have magical, psychic abilities, which are great fun to play with. So their speciality is these hit-and-run raids that can lure the unwary into heavily defended traps. And finally, you've got the Orcs, spelled with a K, and they're the most challenging, I think, and most interesting race. They do require constant management. They're not very good at just kind of standing around and defending units. You need to be moving them around all the time, but they have special abilities like reconstituting scrap and gaining boosts from the enemy defeated. So there's no doubt that there's lots of differences between these orcs, and you can use your own strategy for each of them, because you get these boosts that you choose, these buffs and boosts that you choose before the game, and also each of the elites confer extra powers, for example, to specific units while they're in play. So you've got to have this kind of holistic view if you want to be good at this game. And that's why I think it's probably going to be extremely challenging for anybody who's not been schooled in the rigours of real-time strategy over the years, but I think that it's going to be satisfying for players who've got the patience to stay with it, and those who've worked their way through the single-player campaign, or of course those who really understand real-time strategy and appreciate the sort of subtle changes that have been made here. And it's interesting that I think that they've taken as their inspiration the MOBA in many respects for this, as I mentioned before, for this mode, because there's, as you can see here, there's lots of lanes that you've got to master, and there's lots of sort of territorial points that you need to kind of gain and hold as quickly as possible, as well as that use of heroes. And really, if you've got a powerful hero and you support the hero properly, you can take out a pretty big enemy force without that much effort. So this superpowering of the elites has given the game, I think, quite a lot of a challenge and interest. And I'm really looking forward to playing this. The single player campaign I think is going to be great fun, but I'm really looking forward to playing this against more people. I only spent a couple of hours with it when I played with it. So this video is about 15 minutes long. I don't always like to talk too much. I know some of you are going to want to get into the different units that are available here in this battle which is taking place, and you'll sort of see some of the strategies that will take place. You'll see over here some of the elite units and what they're doing. So I'm going to leave you to kind of put your face close to the screen and try to see what's going on. But yeah, Unfolding Chaos, I think it's a really good description. This game is out next month on Windows PC. You can find out more by going to Polygon. Thanks very much.
Completed an upgrade.
One less blemish upon the land.
Dark Reapers at home. Take it down.
Special strike. Grenade. I want to see it overdone.
Directing fire.
Ready here! Put them down like dogs!
A railway gate is under attack now.
Onward!
The Banshee's howl shall join the war host. Do not let our railway gate fall.
Blood all over your point! I hear you taking the point!
A railway gate is lost to us.
Your Dark Reaper moving now.
Relic gate under attack. Howling Banshees answer the call.
Moving!
Point captured. Let us make the most of this resource.
No orcs can
An enemy
stand
squad
against
targets
my blade!
us, northeast of your position.
My Janus Morrow's coming!
Let the enemy beware the howling Banshees.
Those who behold me will quake at the sight. The blade of destruction thirsts for orc blood!
Hunger for smoke. Onward. Order received. Blind shooting.
Another victim of the storm!
Setting the craft world
A
will have its
hostile strike
resources.
force is attacking, southwest of your position.
Yes!
You have your buyer upon the path.
Our relic gate is under fire. Our webway assembly shall attain tier to the enemy sends light forces against us, southwest of your position.
Yes, exalted one. As quiet as death itself.
They're moving now! Strike! We are met with a weak enemy force. Northeast of your position.
To the attack!
Summoning Dark Reapers.
Savagery is nothing without thorn. Death will be delivered. Well struck! They march for God's feet to triumph!
It is I.
Dark Reapers at your command.
We will, sisters, we venture forth. Yours is the strat, I move as the wind.
Tier 2 has been attained.
I am
Dark
more than your
Reapers answer the
wisest
call.
weapon. Moving now!
The foundations of our glory will be laid with Wraithbone. I will craft it, and craft it well.
Yes, it's like a whisper.
Have you? I shall do it!
Your Dark Reapers stand
Base
ready.
defense turret under enemy fire.
Take it
Base
down.
defense turret is under fire.
Destroy us in their
Our infinity offer is complete.
Die!
Base defense turret. One of our turrets has been destroyed.
to triumph. It is broken. We are your warriors.
Summoning Wraith Guard.
We have come here to
The foe has destroyed a base turret.
be my
Projectile We will have our grip. The harvest begins.
We summon the Shadow Spectre. Our elite warriors await your summons. You need but pay the price. Shadow Spectres answer the call.
You have tried out your death! Go forth and return to
Shadow Spectres are ready for war.
Yes, ours is yours. Show us to great things. Serve and destroy.
Dark Reapers at your command.
Trials of the course is set.
Jonah Orion. He who fights with me shall be my brother. We're taking fire.